Westview Warrior Basketball is streaming live on the World Wide Web at laguanamedia.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following gold sponsors. Shipshe Service, located south of US 20 on State Road 5 in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body on US 20 West in LaGrange. By Tiffany's Restaurant, located on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also by Jerry's Standard Service in downtown Middlebury. And by Laguana Printing and the Hometown Treasure. This evening's game is also brought to you by the following silver sponsors. The Fast Lane Subway in Topeka. By Emma Warehouse in downtown Emma. Also by Frontline Auto Tech on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana. By Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka. By the Steve Miller Team at Remax Realty Marketing. By Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka. By Intera Credit Union, with locations in Shipshewana and Topeka. Also by Rieksecker Marketplace in Shipshewana. By the Brethren Retreat at Shipshewana Lake. By Dale's Handyman Service. By Troyer's Saddlery on North Village Drive in Shipshewana. By Warehouse Designs, located between Shipshewana and LaGrange on US 20. Also by Quality Floor, just 3.5 miles north of Topeka on County Road 600 West. By Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, located in Yoder's Shopping Center in Shipshewana. Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of the intersection of State Road 5 and US 20 in Shipshewana. Our halftime trivia contest and pizza giveaway is made possible by Emma Cafe. And our individual sponsors are Bud and Margaret Fink, John and Leslie Cook, Jim and Liz Stump. And now, out to the game with Jerry Hostetler and Dan Byler.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to exciting Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at laguanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Dan Byler, and tonight we're coming to you from Central Noble High School, where it'll be the Central Noble Cougars against the Westview Warriors. Of course, the Warriors coming off a loss at the hands of the Northwood Panthers on Thursday night by a score of 70-45. Central Noble comes into tonight's game with a 1-2 record. The Warriors are 2-2. Central Noble has had one game in their conference, and they lost that to Angola 51-46, and we defeated Cherubusco by a score of 59-37. So, and did I say Central Noble won that game, Dan?
No,
no,
Angola.
Yeah,
they lost to Angola.
Right, 51-46, and Westview defeated Cherubusco, of course, 59-37. So Westview 1-0 in the conference, Central Noble 0-1. And I'll be back to talk to head coach Rob Yoder right after this timeout. This is Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at laguanamedia.com.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service provides handyman repairs and remodeling to the surrounding LaGrange County area, including Goshen, Middlebury, Albion, Kendallville, and Angola. If you're looking to update your kitchen before the Christmas holiday, sometimes it's as simple as changing countertops and adding tile and glass backsplash. It can make your kitchen look brand new. Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, providing quality installation with quality materials. Call Dale at 260-336-9364.
The Hometown Treasure has been covering the Topeka, Shipshewana communities and the Westview schools for over 14 years. Keep up to date on area and school activities. The Hometown Treasure is a monthly publication published by Laguana Printing, featuring full-color photos and news from all 6 schools in the Westview school system. Also, articles written by local writers, as well as games and contests for children and adults alike. Pick up our latest issue on newsstands, or check us out on Facebook, or visit our website at thehometowntreasure.com.
at Central Noble High School with head basketball coach Rob Yoder of the Westview Warriors. And Rob, before we talk about this conference game tonight with Central Noble, let's go back to that Northwood game. It was a test for your kids, and just give us your synopsis of that game and your opinion of what the kids got out of it.
Well, I think the best way to improve is play against really good teams, and obviously Northwood, any mistakes you make, it's going to be magnified because they're going to take advantage of it. They're really, really good, and everybody knows that. I thought that there are some, I would say the same thing after some of our other games maybe that we won, that there's a lot of positives to take from it. I thought we did some really good things, both individually and as a team, and there are certainly some things that we learned that we can improve on now. So hopefully we're going to take some stuff from that and help us get better as we head towards March. And honestly, that's what you're trying to do, is get better and keep improving. And they're an experienced team, and we appreciate the challenge to get to play them. I just think it's the best way for our kids to figure out right where they are, and also, play against team at a high level. You have your best chance to improve. So we're hoping that we see improvement. We know that every game this year is going to be a dogfight. We don't expect anything less than that. So we're just going to try to keep plugging along, keep improving, and all games, win or lose, take something good from them. And also take some things to get better at.
Well, when I was thinking about the game today, coming up tonight, I think that actually that loss might have helped your guys coming into this game playing against a Central Noble team, because I'm sure they learned a lot.
I think they did. I think Central Noble is going to be a real challenge for us. And similar to Northwood, Central Noble, everybody they put on the floor can score. So, and almost everybody will shoot the ball all the way out to the three-point line. So there's not a lot of let up here for our defense. We're going to have to become a better defensive team, both as a group and as an individual, keeping the ball in front. And a lot of these teams are going to have guys that, if they might not be taller, but they're probably going to be thicker than us. And they gotta, in a lot of spots, they're going to have us just on age alone. So we got to figure out and grow up quickly with the spots we need to and improve individually on the defensive end, and also as a team where we can really just get down and stop our man one-on-one, and we rarely need help. Instead of always relying on help and rotations to take care of the problem, we're hoping to see a better job just one-on-one against a team that really puts a lot of scores on the floor tonight.
Okay, you mentioned, so their strength is their scoring, is what you're saying as far as Central Noble's concerned this year.
Well, I just think they got a lot of perimeter players that can do a lot of things. I just think even their best post player is a really good perimeter player, a really good shooter. He could be their best shooter. And then you go right on down through their set of guards that is just they're going to start basically 3 guards or 4 guards, and they got another one that'll come off the bench that might be their best shooter. So they're gonna put a lot of pressure on us and threaten to really spread us out farther than we want to be spread out when they have a really good post player in there. So we're going to have to be fast, and we're going to have to do a lot of things really well at a high level with a lot of intensity to have a chance to keep them under control.
Are they a finesse team, or you were talking about playing a lot of teams that are real physical? Are they going to be a physical team as well?
I think they will be. I think we probably got them a little bit on height at most spots, but they got us in pounds at most spots too. So it's going to be that might be the battle there, that if we can take advantage of our height advantage a little bit while neutralizing their weight, maybe quickness advantage.
Okay, health-wise in your team, how did we come out of that game against Northwood the other night?
We're in pretty good shape. We got a couple little nicks, but nothing that's going to keep anybody out other than Jeremiah, who comes up and dresses with us and plays, a little bit. He got hurt in the JV game, so he won't be available tonight, and we'll just have to play well without having him available.
Any change in the starting lineup at all?
We'll start the same group.
Okay, go get him tonight, Rob.
Thank you.
That was Rob Yoder, head basketball coach of the Westview Warriors. We'll be back with more from Central Noble right after this. This is Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at LaguanaMedia.com.
At Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka, you'll find a talented staff of mechanics to help you with all of your automotive repair needs. Brett, Adam, and Ryan are all ready to tackle your repairs, on all makes and models of cars and light-duty trucks. Everything from a simple oil change and service to brakes and suspension and much more. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing service. Call or stop by Mike's Automotive in Topeka, 260-593-0434. For after-hour emergencies, call 260-350-2224.
Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka is a proud supporter of Westview basketball. Tiffany's on East Lake Street in Topeka features weekly specials, including all-you-can-eat fish on Wednesday evening, their delicious baby back ribs on Thursday night, and on Friday night, enjoy their mouth-watering prime rib. On Friday and Saturday evenings, stop in and enjoy Tiffany's Buffet. If you can't dine in, carry-out is always available at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 593-2988.
And we're back at Central Noble High School. Jerry Hostetler with Dan Byler here tonight. And Dan, before we talk about the varsity game coming up, we hope the Westview Warriors can get back on the winning track. Let's talk a little bit about that JV game tonight. It kind of went back and forth, seesaw battle, but wrong team came out on top.
Well, from our perspective, the wrong team. I'm sure for most of the people down here in Albion, they probably thought it was the right team. Yes, it was Westview had jumped out to an early 7-2 lead, and we're still ahead 9-6 at the end of the first quarter. But about halfway, or a little more than halfway through that first quarter, Jeremiah Hostetler went down with what looked like maybe a sprained ankle, but I guess coach said it was a ligament injury,
yeah,
injury or in his ankle.
Even a sprain, I think, is considered part of a ligament.
Yeah, so
sprained ligament or whatever.
So he hurt his ankle, his right ankle, and so Jeremiah did not play the rest of the game, and in fact, he's not out there with the varsity right now. So must have hurt it pretty bad. We did see he had ice on it for a while. He had scored a bucket before he went out, but after that, somehow it took us a while to get clicking without him in there, and it really made a difference. So we had that 9-6 lead at the end of one. We only scored 2 points in the second period, and so at the end of 2 periods, at halftime, we were down 11-14, and then we outscored them again 10-6 in the third, but then got outscored 11-16 in the final quarter. Final score 32-36, Westview losing. Westview led tonight by Sam Sharp. He had 11. I think that might be the first time he's been in double digits this year. Yeah, it is. He's had 8, 7, 7, 4, and now 11. So it's his best output. It was also Kenton Weaver's best output of the year with 8. Dennis Wingard's best output of the year with 7. And so I guess one thing that happens when you take out one of the best players, the others all have to step up a little bit, which can only help you in the long run when you get everybody back. So Westview did very well from the free throw line tonight. They were 5 of 6. I think Central Noble probably could have iced the game earlier on if they'd done a little better there. They were there 17 times and only made 10 of them. But like we said, so they've lost their second in a row now, and so that drops them to 3-2 now for the year.
Yeah, they got off to a good start, but they've struggled the last 2 games, and of course Northwood, they probably kind of expected it, and they actually played Northwood pretty tough.
They got down by 10 and then stayed there most of the rest of the game.
Right.
Pretty much what happened. So,
well, we're hoping for a bounce back from our varsity team tonight. Of course, after the loss against Northwood, and a loss, with the rebuilding of the team this year and all the freshmen out there, and Northwood being as good as they are, I think even Coach Yoder, I think, kind of expected to.
I was just going to say, Coach Yoder said he expects a lot of the same tonight,
right.
But I'm having a little bit of a hard time believing we're going to run into any other teams quite that tough.
I don't think we will.
I mean, we might. I guess there could be a surprise along the way, but I tell you what, Northwood's got a good team this year, and I'd be a little surprised if we'd see anybody better than what they were. And so it'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, but hopefully they'll have a chance to get back on the winning track and build their confidence again. We sort of expected that with a young team like this, that we might be some games they do really well, and others that inexperience is going to show through. And I think, I think Northwood's experience really showed through last week. So.
Well, I think there is a little more parity in conference this year. I think Central Noble is they've had some struggles in the last few years. Last year, of course, they beat us over at Westview, so they've kind of started to get stronger now.
Right.
Fairfield this year has played, well, we were talking about it on the way from
Westview.
Westview.
4-0 in the conference.
They are, but they've also played 3 overtime games.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so I think they had an overtime against Goshen, Lakeland, and Prairie Heights.
What we thought that was really interesting. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the teams this year, the other teams yet, but the fact that they went into overtime with both Goshen and Lakeland.
Right.
I mean, last year there was a big difference between Goshen and Lakeland.
Oh, definitely.
But so I don't know. Does that mean Lakeland's a lot better this year, or did Fairfield have a really good game one night and then an off game the next night?
Tell you what, I think it was Thursday night when I got home from the ball game. I turned the news on and I saw the highlights of the Fremont Goshen game, and Fremont won that game.
Oh my goodness! So Goshen might be struggling a bit this year.
They might be, or maybe Fremont's having a better year too. So there's another conference team, and so. Yeah, it might be an interesting conference tournament this year.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, certainly, what we keep hearing from Coach, and we've talked about it too, is the fact that, what we're looking at is we've got a bunch of freshmen getting a lot of varsity playing experience, while their freshman counterparts on other teams are playing freshman ball.
Right, that's exactly right.
And so, that should help in the long run.
I still think this team is going to be very strong come March.
Oh, I think so too. That's the nature of a young team. You're going to have some ups and downs, but they tend to improve a lot. Well, when you have the talent these kids have, and the size they already have.
Right, and there might be some teams that would be demoralized maybe by a loss to a Northwood, like almost 30 points.
Yeah, it was 25 points, 70 to 45, I believe.
Yeah, so a 25-point margin, but these kids don't do that. They're ready. They're back out on the court tonight and ready to play.
So, and I tell you what, if that happens in 3 years from now, when they're seniors and they get beat that bad, that might be a little demoralizing. But
right.
For this year especially, they can always say, "Yeah, well, we're young, we're learning, we'll get better, we'll get better." So, and certainly even next year they could probably do that. So
yeah,
but I'm in their minds though. I don't think they're going to make excuses. They're just going to they're just going to get better. They're going to work at it.
Looking ahead, I was looking at the calendar and our schedule the other day, and I think by the East Side game this year, I think we're going to see a mass improvement over game one over at Bethany, even though that was pretty much a blowout.
Well,
that game, because every game I think they're getting stronger.
Yeah, and that was our first game of the season. Obviously, Bethany's first game of the season. They had their best scorer out. They've been struggling the last number of years. I don't know if that's a real good. I don't know if that's a good gauge of anything there, that first game. Other than our guys showed they can score, they can play. So that was great.
Well, in playing Northridge as close as we did, and I know they were coming out. Northridge is coming off probably a kind of a demoralizing, or it could have been, lost Elkhart Central in their first game. And so they were probably ready to, get over that and get a win under their belt. But we only lost, what was it, 5 points or 7 points? Or was it, did it end up being a bigger margin? But anyway.
Since I wasn't actually there,
I think it was
doesn't stick in my mind, but I do have all the stats here. So it was 8 points, 57-65.
And playing them at Northridge, if you look at our history over there, I think that's pretty doggone good for having 4 freshmen out on the floor most of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll be back with more from Central Noble High School. In fact, we'll probably be just about ready for the starting lineups after this timeout. This is Westview Warrior Basketball at LaguanaMedia.com.
Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973. The holiday season is here, and Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana has specially marked prices during the Christmas season. The Weavers will work with you to find a piece that meets your needs and still keep you within your budget. Pick a piece off their showroom floor or have it custom built just for you. Quality craftsmanship, reasonable prices, and down-home service. Find them all at Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana.
Okay, we're back at Central Noble High School. Westview and Central Noble have returned to their benches, as you can see down there on the floor, and we'll be getting set probably for our national anthem first, and then the introduction of the starting lineup. Looks like we're going to have the same starters out there, according to Coach Yoder, that we saw in the Northwood game. Everybody's healthy, except, of course, we lost Jeremiah, who usually comes up and helps out the varsity.
So, and I missed part of that interview. Is Drake playing this evening?
He is, yes.
He's available
he was
to
dressed
play.
the last game also. We'll pause now for our national anthem. Okay, we'll follow the players as they come out of the off the bench for our starting lineup. It'll be Westview first being introduced tonight. Starting at one guard, that's Norman Miller. You're seeing his back there, 5'8" junior coming off a scoreless game against Northwood. Elijah Hales at the other guard, scored 6 against Northwood. Of course, Cordy Collier scored 10 points against Northwood. Andrew Yoder, 21-point performance at Westview the other night. And rounding out the lineup was Nick Rensberger, who scored 6 against in that last game against the Panthers. And now for Central Noble. At one of the forwards will be Mason Smith. Mason, a 5'11" junior. And another forward will be Caleb Smith. Actually, he'll be a guard. And that's E.J. Andrews, a 5'11" senior. And at another forward will be number 32. And that is Jacob Gallagher. And rounding out their starting lineup will be Reed Zolman, a 5'10" junior. Good to have you aboard with Westview Warrior basketball right here at LaguanaMedia.com. Our next broadcast will be next week against Angola. That'll be a week from last night, the 18th of December, as the Angola Hornets will try to invade the Westview gym. That'll be another Northeast Corner Conference game for the Warriors. Cody Collier jumping up center court there. Well, we're going to have a re-jump. Jacob Gallagher jumping against Cody. Tip is controlled by the Warriors. Hales brings it across the timeline.
That was nice of them. Give me a chance to get back to my seat.
Collier, now to Norman Miller, Andrew Yoder, Rensberger, into the hands of Hales. Back to Andrew, ball tipped and grabbed by Mason Smith. On a pass to Caleb Smith. He'll go left side with it to E.J. Andrews. These names are sounding familiar from last year, Dan. I know E.J. Andrews played. I know some of those Smiths played.
Well, last year I was running the camera fairly poorly, if I remember.
I guess that's, yeah, we only played this team once last year, so we didn't get to play them in the tournament.
Either
the NECC, yeah, or the sectional, right. Ball tipped out of bounds. Central Noble will be inbounding to the right of their own basket. Gallagher looking to inbound. He'll finally lob it way out front, and it's grabbed by Mason Smith. He'll get it to Caleb Smith. Back to Mason. Right side, it goes to, that's 40, oh, that's Zolman.
Yeah, we had some wrong numbers, so we have our guys in the wrong order on the roster.
That's what's throwing me off. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Central Noble retaining possession.
Two of our players, Hales and Collier, both trying to get the ball and got in each other's way. Can't fault them for hustling.
Central Noble is inbounding right in front of their cheer block. Caleb Smith with the inbound pass reception. He'll get it to E.J. Andrews. Andrews back out front now. It'll come to Zolman. Now into the hands of Gallagher. Back to Zolman. That's Caleb Smith with it out front. He's being guarded by Elijah Hales. Smith, baseball pass to E.J. Andrews. No score. We're almost 2 minutes into this ball game.
Central Noble's barely getting below the free throw line there.
They finally did on the pass, but a shot off the glass is too hard. Hales gets it. He'll go to Norm Miller, back to Hales. Swing it around to Andrew Yoder. That's Hales now with it in the center circle. Smith on him, Caleb Smith. Now to Andrew. And Nick Rensberg dragged his pivot foot on there, so he'll be whistled for the travel, and Central Noble will bring it back the other way. Still no score with exactly 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Westview 2-2 and Central Noble 1-2 on this early season here. With the ball, Zolman tries to lob it inside. Saved in bounds. Good play by Mason Smith, but right into the hands of Andrew Yoder. He'll get it to Elijah Hales. He tries to force it inside to Norm Miller, but it's intercepted. Back come the Cougars.
A little too late for that pass.
Smith with it. Takes it left side. Backdoor pass. Ball tipped away. Grab, run down by Rensberger. Nick will drive it to the basket. We have an offensive foul. Good defense on the part of Mason Smith that time, and Nick kind of lowered his shoulder there, which didn't help the cause. And he's whistled for his first foul.
Does a decent job handling that ball, but I'm guessing Coach Yoder would have really rather he'd have held up and let one of the guards bring it up.
Probably. Yeah, he did.
He had his
did
eye
show
on
some good ball handling skills, however.
He had his eye on the basket.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Though.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
like to see that aggressiveness. Ball shot inside by Mason Smith. He misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up, misses again. Andrews will put it up. Four consecutive offensive boards. Now we have a whistle and a foul on Westview.
Yeah, that probably is not a series that coach would like to see repeated. They get four tries at it, and then we end up with a foul.
Need to work on our blockouts.
So that foul was called on Andrew Yoder. That's the second on Westview, the first being charging foul on Rensberger just a minute ago.
Gallagher missed his first free toss. He'll get one more, and he misses that one. Good blackout by Norm Miller. Collier loses a handle on the pass. It's grabbed by Smith, or Gallagher rather, and he gets it into the hand of Caleb Smith. 4:41 to go in this first quarter. Caleb Smith with the basketball. In the corner, left side. And we have a whistle. And a foul is going to be called on Westview on a reach-in.
Yeah, it's right down there in front of the student section. It's a little hard for us to see the action there.
That was on Andrew Yoder. Or no.
Actually, it's going to be called on Hales.
Yeah, he was up there.
His first. That's
from
3
before.
on Westview.
Inbounding will be Gallagher. Inside, pass right underneath and off the glass is Mason Smith, and Central Noble draws first blood here tonight. They go up 2-0 on that layup underneath. Norm Miller with the ball, and he bounced it out of bounds, evidently, down there in the corner.
No, we're not helping our own cause here any, with several unforced turnovers.
Caleb Smith walks it across the timeline. Low-scoring game to this point, just 2 points on the scoreboard. Smith goes right side to Andrews, back out front now to come to Gallagher, and they'll play catch out there. Long shot by Caleb Smith is good on the three-pointer.
I just realized I don't show us having taken any shots yet.
I don't believe we have. You're right.
The charge, that was the only attempted shot.
Wow. Hales takes it left side on the wing. They'll get it out front to Collier. Back to Hales on the wing left side. Elijah gets to Rensberger. Now back out to Hales.
Central Noble sitting in a 2-3 zone there. There you go.
Rensberger traveled with the basketball. Good aggressive move to the basket for Nick, but took an extra step there.
So once more, a trip to our end with no shot.
5-0. Central Noble with the lead and in control of the basketball. Pass inside. No room there for Caleb Smith, so they'll swing it back outside to Zolman. Loose on the floor, and we've got a tie-up underneath. A timeout is called by Rob Yoder. It'll be Westview ball after this timeout. 3:03 to go in the first quarter. It's Central Noble 5 and Westview 0. We'll be back after this. This is Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service provides handyman repairs and remodeling to the surrounding LaGrange County area, including Goshen, Middlebury, Albion, Kendallville, and Angola. If you're looking to update your kitchen before the Christmas holiday, sometimes it's as simple as changing countertops and adding tile and glass backsplash. It can make your kitchen look brand new. Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, providing quality installation with quality materials. Call Dale at 260-336-9364.
Westview inbounding underneath the Central Noble basket, and Central Noble applying some pressure. Hales breaks the press easily. Elijah now get it to Andrew Yoder. Andrew out front. Bounce passes it to Hales left side. Elijah puts it on the floor between the legs dribble, then backs it out to go to Andrew Yoder now. Left side to Norm Miller. Hales. He'll back out now. Left side to Norm in the corner. Now Andrew. 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Westview still looking for their first points of the ball game.
They're looking for their first shot still.
That's true. There it is. Nick's really didn't count, and it's good. Collier hits it off the baseline.
Westview shooting 100% for the game.
There you go. 5-2 now. Warriors trail it by 3. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Caleb Smith drives the baseline, puts it up, misses a shot, and grabbed by Norm Miller. And Hales is going to be fouled from behind on a reach-in by Reed Zolman.
It's going to be the first foul called on the Cougars. Minute 58 to go. Not sure what that, I guess maybe official explaining to Zolman why he was called for the foul. He's having a conversation with him.
Looked pretty obvious to us. It was a reach-in. Norm inbounding to Elijah. Caleb Smith applying some pressure. Nick Rensberger now to Hales. Hales directing traffic out there. He'll get a pick from Rensberger, and then he'll get it into Nick. He'll put it up and be hammered underneath. He'll go to the free throw line shooting 2.
It's going to be called on Gallagher. He'll be his first 2 on the Cougars now, and Rittensberger at the line to shoot a couple. So a minute 43 to go. Just haven't had a whole lot of scoring from either end.
Shots up and no good. He'll get one more. Second shot by Nick. This time it's good.
Nick normally a really good free throw shooter.
2-point ball game now, 5-3. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Caleb Smith stops it up, high post left side, and then he'll go left side with it to Zolman. His shot's off the mark. And knocked out of bounds by Andrew Yoder. It'll be Central Noble ball, and they'll be inbounding underneath their own bucket down there off to the right. Long pass is intercepted by Elijah Hales. He'll try to drive on Caleb Smith, and he puts it in off the glass. It's good.
Wow, that was nice to see. Skied for the interception and drove around him at the other end.
He loves to drive that basketball. Good job by the young freshman. Shot up and no good underneath. That was Gallagher. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Central Noble ball, and Gallagher will be the trigger man for the Cougars.
Coming in for the Cougars, Cordell England, a senior.
Gallagher gets it into Smith. Three-pointer from the corner. Spins out, no good, but he chases down his rebound. Wow. Good hustle, but they can't make Coach Yoder happy. Smith, Mason Smith to Caleb Smith. They'll swing it around the perimeter all the way over to Mason Smith. Then I'll come back the other way. Driving is Smith. Picks it up just beyond the free throw line and then gives off to Zolman. Zolman will pop it from the right side and hits off the baseline. 7-5. Central Noble up by 2 now. Andrew Yoder puts the ball on the floor a few times. Bounce passes it out front to Hales. Cody Collier now right side with it. He'll go to Hales. Hales looking over at Coach Yoder. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Looks like we're going to go for the last shot here. Bounce pass, high post, right side to Andrew. He'll try to take a shot, can't do it. Hales now force it up, have it blocked away, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. And Central Noble will go back to their huddle with a 2-point lead after 1. Central Noble 7 and Westview 5. We'll be back after this with second quarter action. This is Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at LaguanaMedia.com.
The Hometown Treasure has been covering the Topeka, Shipshewana communities and the Westview schools for over 14 years. Keep up to date on area and school activities. The Hometown Treasure is a monthly publication published by Laguana Printing, featuring full-color photos and news from all 6 schools in the Westview school system. Also, articles written by local writers, as well as games and contests for children and adults alike. Pick up our latest issue on newsstands, or check us out on Facebook, or visit our website at thehometowntreasure.com.
At Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka, you'll find a talented staff of mechanics to help you with all of your automotive repair needs. Brett, Adam, and Ryan are all ready to tackle your repairs on all makes and models of cars and light-duty trucks. Everything from a simple oil change and service to brakes and suspension and much more. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing service. Call or stop by Mike's Automotive in Topeka, 260-593-0434. For after-hour emergencies, call 260-350-2224.
Both teams have popped out of their huddle, and Central Noble will be inbounding to begin this second quarter. It'll be Mason Smith getting it into Caleb Smith. He looks inside and gets it left side. They'll go to England, who's remained in the ball game here. Caleb Smith with it now out front, setting up the offense. Of course, Westview and their man-to-man. E.J. Andrews Hit it to Mason Smith, and now into the hands of E.J. Andrews. He drives, and he's going to be called for a charging foul on the baseline.
Is that Elijah taking that again?
I think so.
Not quite sure.
He was down on the floor anyway, so he was one of the guys in there, and I think
Talked
he
about
did.
that before, that he does a nice job of and he just picked up a second foul real quick there, Andrews did.
Playing a little bit too tight on Elijah. And he gave him a little forearm shiver there as he was trying to advance it up court. So the Warriors will be inbounding and have a chance to tie it here. 7-5 is our score. Just about a minute into the second quarter. Hales now with the ball. Drives it down the lane. Puts it up off the glass and good. Like to see that penetration. That's,
right.
Yeah. Of course, we had that with Jordan Bontrayer a few years ago. Driving the baseline, but before he did, there was a whistle and a foul was called on Westview.
Probably going to be called on Cody Collier there as he went by him. Say he reached for him, I guess. His first 4 on Westview now.
Inbounding will be Gallagher. He'll take a shot off the inbound pass then. Got it right back, and he misses from the corner. And Elijah Hales now with the ball. Go to Collier. Collier jumper from the left side, in and out. Good offensive rebound by Rensberger to Yoder. Quick shots, no good. Now we have a whistle and a foul as Nick Rensberger is going to be called for going up over the back. Didn't really see any contact there, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to call that anyway.
Yeah.
Jansen Brandenburger comes in as Nick Rensberger will come out. Nick with 2 fouls now. 6:40 to go in the first half. Caleb Smith, Mason Smith back to Caleb. Now right side, we go to England. Now to Zolman. Zolman gets it inside to Mason Smith. He'll dump it off. Oh, beautiful block by Andrew Yoder. Norm Miller, he'll get it to Collier, and a good runner off the baseline, left side by Collier. He has 4 now. The Warriors up 9-7.
That's our first lead of the night.
Caleb Smith in the corner. It'll go to Gallagher, and they'll swing it around back out front now. Go to England. Now back to Gallagher in the corner. Shot is taken by Mason Smith, no good. Chased down, his shot's up, and it spins off the front of the rim, tipped out, and Norm Miller comes up with the basketball. He'll go to Hales, he put it up, oh, just missed it, but he'll go to the charity stripe, shooting 2.
We got one offensive board there again where we were boxing our guy out, but twice the ball came off long. The second time we were able to corral it.
Elijah at the free throw line. First appearance tonight from there, and he misses off the back of the iron. No good. A rare warm night in December in northern Indiana, and they even have one of the doors propped open in the gym to get a little
I see that.
Cool air in
Going
here.
to the outside.
I don't think we've seen that since we broadcasted. Second shot by Elijah is good. Central Noble with the ball. They'll play catch around the perimeter. Now driving is England. He'll get the pass off to Reeves Zolman, and he hits from three-point land. We're all tied up at 10. Andrew, good job driving to the basket and faking. Misses a shot, however, and it's pulled down on the rebound by Mason Smith. To Caleb Smith. He'll try to drive, and now we have a whistle again. It's going to go against Westview. That one was Jansen Brandenburger.
So that'll be his first 5 on. Oh, actually, now it's called on Hales. That's his second. So
like he
5 on Westview now.
Yeah, it looked like he held. Didn't it look like he said 2-3? But yeah, Elijah now with his second foul. The ball chased down on the rebound by Jansen Brandenburger. Stolen. Shot is no good, but we have another foul. Going to go against Westview.
That's just a freshman mistake there. I think he tried to pass it over the top. and just took it right out of his hands.
Reed Zolman at the free throw line for the Cougars, trying to untie this ball game. 10-10 is our score. 5:07 to go in the first half. Shot is up, bounces around, and bounces in.
6 points for Zolman now.
Second shot is good. 12-10. Westview once again trying to beat that Cougar pressure, and they do. Norm Miller inside to Collier, across the lane to Brandenburger, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up again, and he's fouled this time, so he'll go to the charity stripe, shooting 2.
That was a beautiful pass across the lane. Was that Collier that fed him on that? Or is it
Yes,
Andrew?
I believe it was. Yeah. And Jansen maybe took one extra dribble there.
Foul's going to be called on Gallagher, his second.
Nice looking foul shot.
6 on the Cougars now. So Brandenburger in the scorebook.
Very smooth looking shot, as you can see, by Jansen Brandenburger. Second one, good again. 12-12, we're all tied up at a dozen.
4:49 to go in the second period.
With the ball is Zolman. I'll swing it around the perimeter now. It'll go to England and then to Zolman. Zolman tries to drive on Collier, can't do it. He'll get it to Caleb Smith. Smith back out front to Zolman. Right side to England. To Zolman, now to Smith, Caleb Smith in the center circle. Smith drives it down the left side of the lane. Goes right side. The long shot is good by Cordell England. His first points of the evening is a three-pointer. 15-12 now. Central Noble with the lead. And we have another foul is going to be called. Again, it's going to be on Zolman, or this time it will be.
Yeah, so that'll be his second, I believe. Somewhere I'm missing a foul for each team. They don't have one of those nice boards that shows everybody's fouls, but Zolman has 2, and that is the 7th team foul, so that'll put Hales at the line again to shoot 1 in the bonus.
Elijah with 5, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. That one's going to be long, and the rebound is pulled down by Alex Storms, who's just come into the ball game. And now we have another foul. A lot of whistles tonight.
That might have been called on Norm as he went through there.
Yeah, it was hard.
No. Oh, it's Hales. That's not good news. That's his 3rd. And he'll be sitting. That is not good news at all. Our main ball handler with foul trouble. 3:59 to go in the half.
Josh Hostetler has come in for Elijah, and Lucas Yoder also checked into the ball game for Cody Collier. Miss, and Lucas Yoder chases down the rebound on the missed free throw. Andrew Yoder will get it. He'll cross the timeline and go inside Norm, a little jumper, and it's no good. Picked up by Lucas Yoder, and he puts it in.
Kid's got an eye for the ball, or nose for the ball. He's right place at right time.
He always has. I think, are those his first 2 varsity points?
No, he's scored some of the other games.
Oh, okay.
Actually, well, you know what?
I was going to say, I don't have him down
against Northwood, he scored a bucket.
Oh, okay. Caleb Smith hit a 3 from the corner right side. 18-14 now. Central Noble up by 4. Norm Miller with the ball out front. Lucas Yoder, left side to Andrew Yoder. He'll put it up, miss, and the rebound yanked out of there by Alex Storms. Now with the ball is England. As Coach Yoder said in that interview, they do have a lot of guys that like to shoot. So
still not a very high-scoring game either way.
No, it isn't. They've hit, 3 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And that's where their strength is. Andrew Yoder pulls down the rebound on the miss, and the Warriors have a chance to come within 1 if they could hit a 3-pointer. And Andrew hits a little jumper inside the lane.
And that's his first points of the night.
18-16. Yeah, and we're almost through the first half already. Just 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first half. Chase Hunter has come in for Central Noble. Caleb Smith with the ball underneath. He's a little bit outsized under there. Storms with a long shot, way off the mark. And he almost chased down his own rebound, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Westview ball right in front of the Warrior bench.
As you mentioned, they're not real shy about taking those threes, and they keep getting these long caroms. And, it's a lot of those ended up back in Central Noble's hands on those missed shots.
Well, in some of their shots they have followed, and it's paid off for them. Nick Rensberger now. He'll get it to Andrew Yoder. Andrew will shoot a three. It's going to be long. Good offensive board again by Rensberger. He gets it to Andrew in the lane. Back to Rensberger, now to Andrew. Bounce pass to Miller. He'll take a little jumper, and that's off the mark. Picked up by Rensberger again. His shot looked like it was partially blocked. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Norm underneath the Warrior basket, and it'll be Central Noble ball. Minute 39 to go now in the first half. 18-16, Central Noble will be inbounding with the lead. Caleb Smith will bring it up court. He'll go left side and then give it off to Hunter. Now in the corner goes to Storms. Back out front now to England. Back to Storms right side. Up top to Mason Smith. Drives it into the lane. Good bounce pass underneath. And a shot is good by Alex Storms underneath the basket. (20-16) now. Minute to go in the first half. Andrew Yoder. Ball knocked away. It's stolen by Central Noble. Hunter comes up with the basketball. He'll give it to Smith now. Looks like Coach Ethan March in his second year at Central Noble wants his team to take the last shot of this half.
Stay with us. Right after the end of the playing time here, we'll be giving away a pizza sponsored by Emma Cafe and Catering. Text your answer to us.
This is the second consecutive game. I don't know what the question's going to be, Dan.
Well, this is the first consecutive game. I don't know what it is either. I just all of a sudden realized I don't have a question. So, but we'll have one. I've got 16 seconds.
Yeah. I have last year's stats if you want that. 10 seconds. I'm assuming everybody's watching, so I'm letting you watch. Long three-pointers off the mark, maybe a little bit rushed because there was 5 seconds when he took that shot. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's last touch by Westview, apparently. It looked like it went off Central Noble.
Yeah, I would have said so, but 3.1 seconds, so they get the ball back under their own hoop.
Caleb Smith bounce passes it inside. Fall away jumper is good by Mason Smith right at the buzzer. So Central Noble will take a 6-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Our score, Central Noble 22 and Westview 16. Dan, come on in and let's give away a pizza.
All right, this is a coupon for or a gift certificate for a one-topping large pizza of your choice at Emma Cafe and Catering, and obviously you can always add extra toppings if you want at your own expense, but you get that base pizza to start with. So text your answer to 260-463-6505. The first correct answer will win that pizza. The question tonight is, who is the second leading scorer for this year on the current Westview High School varsity basketball boys basketball squad? In other words, of the team playing tonight, right now, who is our second leading scorer? Text that answer to 260-463-6505. We'll be right back to give away a pizza and take a look at halftime stats. This is Westview Warrior Basketball on LaguanaMedia.com.
Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka is a proud supporter of Westview Basketball. Tiffany's on East Lake Street in Topeka features weekly specials, including all-you-can-eat fish on Wednesday evening, their delicious baby back ribs on Thursday night, and on Friday night, enjoy their mouth-watering prime rib. On Friday and Saturday evenings, stop in and enjoy Tiffany's Buffet. If you can't dine in, carry-out is always available at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 593-2988. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973. The holiday season is here, and Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana has specially marked prices during the Christmas season. The Weavers will work with you to find a piece that meets your needs and still keep you within your budget. Pick a piece off their showroom floor or have it custom built just for you. Quality craftsmanship, reasonable prices, and down-home service. Find them all at Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Dale's Dependable Handyman Service provides handyman repairs and remodeling to the surrounding LaGrange County area, including Goshen, Middlebury, Albion, Kendallville, and Angola. If you're looking to update your kitchen before the Christmas holiday, sometimes it's as simple as changing countertops and adding tile and glass backsplash. It can make your kitchen look brand new. Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, providing quality installation with quality materials. Call Dale at 260-336-9364.
And we're back here at Central Noble High School in Albion, Indiana. We have some kids out there doing some probably Cougar Youth League basketball, entertaining the crowd in between periods here. First of all, I want to give away a pizza. First correct answer. We had quite a few people with the correct answer, but the first one was Mike Mast. He knew that it was Cody Collier. Our leading scorer this year is Andrew Yoder, but Cody Collier as a freshman is averaging 14 3/4 points a game coming into tonight's game. So congratulations to Mike. We'll get you that pizza certificate. And I just realized I didn't know this, but I know his grandparents evidently. I go to church with them. I didn't realize that was her grandson, but Dwayne and Arliss Boggs must be his maternal grandparents. So I didn't know I knew who where Cody went, but now I do. Thanks, Mike. Taking a look at stats for the first half. The Westview trailing 22-16 right now, as we mentioned. Westview outscored 5-7 in the first quarter, and actually that first quarter was sort of a we did really good shooting percentage-wise because we didn't miss any shots until the last-second shot that Hales took, sort of a last-second three. So we were shooting 100% up until that point. The bad part was that was only our third shot of the period. We had, I don't know how many turnovers, I'm not keeping track, but unofficially here our engineer was keeping track, and I think he was up to 8 or 9. So we kept turning the ball over instead of shooting. And so we were down 5-7 at the end of one. The second period we were outscored 11-15. So at halftime the score is 16-22, as we said. It's one of those games where I just have a feeling that with these young, if they get some momentum going, they could just take off. But so far that spark hasn't happened. So let's take a look at individual stats right now. For the Cougars, they have numerous players in the scoring column, but being led right now by junior Reeve Zolman. He has 7 points. The sophomore Zach Brazel came in off the bench. I believe he hit a 3. 4 points for Mason Smith, 3 points for Caleb Smith, and 3 points for Cordell England, and 2 points for Alex Storms to round out the scoring. And see, they have 3 3-pointers those are from 3 different players. So they have taken quite a few 3-point shots tonight. Not scared to take the shots, but it's really not a very high-scoring game at all. As I said, 16-22. Westview being led right now with 5 points from Elijah Hales, who's also leading the team, unfortunately, in fouls with 3 fouls. He picked up that third foul. It's about 2/3 of the way through the second period, and so coach pulled him out to make sure he didn't pick up a 4th foul before the half. So he has 5 points. That's on a couple buckets and a free throw. He was 1 of 3 from the stripe. 4 points for Cody Collier. As we said, our second leading scorer, Jansen Brandenberger, came in off the bench, scored 2. Andrew Yoder has not gotten his shot to fall yet tonight, although he did get to play point guard again tonight, which was his job last year. for almost all year. This year being able to be more of a shooting guard, but with Elijah Hales out, Andrew got the point guard position back, and he does very well at that position. Lucas Yoder came in off the bench, hit a bucket, and Nick Rensberger rounds out the scoring for Westview. He has 1. Rensberger is our leading rebounder right now. I show him with 2 defensive and 3 offensive boards to lead Westview. Norm Miller, our second leading rebounder, the shortest guy out there, but he's got 3 rebounds for Westview tonight. Brandon Berger with a couple, Andrew Yoder with a couple, Lucas Yoder with a couple as well. And we've talked about that. Lucas Yoder, actually, I guess, yeah, he's not much taller than Norm, but he has a nose for the ball. He does a good job of getting in position, getting those rebounds. And so it's always fun to watch Lucas play, and he plays hard. Well, they all do. And on the, so actually that is one area where Westview is leading. I'm showing them with 14 rebounds as compared to 10 for Central Noble. And Central Noble, they actually have more offensive rebounds than they do defensive. 6 offensive and 4 defensive. Fouls, I think Hales is the only player on either team with more than 2. So, yeah, not a whole lot of fouls called, but I did mention that I think I'm missing a couple. So we'll see if we can figure out who I'm missing as they commit more fouls, and I can check it because they don't have one of those handy-dandy scoring scoreboards. That's what those are called, that lists all the players and their fouls and points. So again, congratulations to Mike Mast for knowing that Cody Collier is our second leading scorer for the season this year. And we'll take a short break here, and they got 3 minutes on the clock. The team should be back on the floors shortly, but we'll take a short minute break, and we'll be back with second half action here at Central Noble. This is Westview Warrior Basketball on the World Wide Web at LaguanaMedia.com.
The Hometown Treasure has been covering the Topeka, Shipshewana communities and the Westview schools for over 14 years. Keep up to date on area and school activities. The Hometown Treasure is a monthly publication published by LaGuana Printing, featuring full-color photos and news from all 6 schools in the Westview school system. Also, articles written by local writers, as well as games and contests for children and adults alike. Pick up our latest issue on newsstands, or check us out on Facebook, or visit our website at HometownTreasure.com.
At Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka, you'll find a talented staff of mechanics to help you with all of your automotive repair needs. Brett, Adam, and Ryan are all ready to tackle your repairs on all makes and models of cars and light-duty trucks. Everything from a simple oil change and service to brakes and suspension and much more. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing service. Call or stop by Mike's Automotive in Topeka, 260-593-0434. For after-hour emergencies, call 260-350-2224.
And we're back at Central Noble. As you can see, both teams out on the court getting in their warm-ups before the second half starts up here. And Dan, the Warriors were a little discombobulated in that first half. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I mean, they just
yeah, you had stepped away, and one of the things I had mentioned, and so I'll just say it again for your sake, but my feeling is that if these guys would get going on a run, I think they could take off. I think they're staying with Central Noble. They're just not quite getting shots to fall. Playing Central Noble's game, it's not a very fast-paced game, and we've talked about that before. I think with these guys, a fast-paced game plays in our favor. So
Central Noble they've been hustling very well. They played very impressive in that first half, hustling to the basketball, hustling on defense.
Right.
So yeah.
But I would say they're a very solid team.
Right.
I don't think I'd compare them to Northwood, though.
No.
I mean, from what I've seen so far, I mean, they probably do better against them than we did, just with experience, potentially. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it's. I think we just need to play our game, need to figure out how to get the ball in the bucket. And the second quarter, at least, we were getting shots off. Like we said, we were 100% from the field in the first quarter until the last second forced three-point shot. But unfortunately, that was only the third shot we'd attempted the whole quarter with all the turnovers.
Well, the Warriors got off to a slow start against Cherubusco, and we thought they were pretty much playing even there and would the rest of the game, but they really pulled away then, got on a run, and I think potential's there.
I think that's what I've said. If we can get on that kind of a run, the potential is there. But yeah, we did that too. I mean, we got that run, though, in the first quarter, during the Busco game. It was still, I mean, we sort of started that run at the end of the first quarter. We were tied 8-8, and then we finished, I think we scored the last 8 points of that quarter, if I remember right, or we scored the next 8 or something, and just pushed that lead out there and then kept extending it.
Right. The Warriors will have it to begin the second half. Andrew Yoder right down here in front of us will be inbounding. Number 31 for the Warriors, and he'll pass it into, if you're dyslexic, to number 31 also. That would be Elijah Hales, number 13. Collier, just inside the lane. Oh, he missed that shot. He was almost too open there.
He got his own rebound, though.
Warriors retain possession. Norm Miller, Yoder, Hales, down to Norm Miller, to Andrew Yoder. Bounce pass to Hales, left side. He'll take it down the lane. Good drive by the freshman.
Stayed on his feet. The two Cougars on the floor.
The third basket he's gotten driving to the basket. One on a fast break or a stolen pass. Took it all the way to the hoop. The others have been just driving in. Caleb Smith bounce passes it inside to Mason Smith, and it's intercepted. Norm Miller with the steal. He'll get it to Elijah Hales, and back come the Warriors, and a chance to knock into that lead a little bit more. Turnaround, no good by Collier. Pulled out of there by Zolman. Baseball pass across the court, and a good reverse layup that time by E.J. Andrews. 5'11" senior. Nice shot there, 24-18. Now back the other way, and we have a whistle, and the basket's going to count as Andrew Yoder drove to the hole, put it in, and he's fouled. And that foul is going to go against Mason Smith, his first.
Yeah, I got to be watching that, figure out who it is that I'm missing. That's what I show. That should be his first. Needing to do a little janitorial duty. Smith leaving some of his perspiration on the floor right underneath the basket.
I would imagine those boys are sweating pretty good down there. I know it's hot up here, and of course it's probably hot
air
more
rises,
hot up here
right?
than it is down there because the heat rises, but I'm sure it's still warm.
Well, they're finding other spots they need to mop up, and I think, you know, I mean, not only is it warm outside, it's pretty humid outside.
Yeah, it is.
Having that door open might not be the best
Maybe
idea.
not.
It might be causing some just condensation problems.
Right. As far as I know, they don't have a hockey team here, so I don't think there's ice under there. Andrew Yoder at the line, a chance to convert on the three-point play. And he does. Andrew with 5 now, right?
Yes, 5.
24-21. Driving, Zolman, his shot's an air ball, and the rebound, Andrew Yoder, and back come the Warriors, and a chance to tie with a three-pointer here. Hales gets it to Collier. He'll drive it down the baseline, puts it up short, no good. I think he was afraid he was going to commit the foul there. Kind of held up. Gallagher, he'll get it to Caleb Smith. Now in the corner, left side will go to Andrews. Drives, puts it up on the runner, misses a shot, but another offensive rebound and a putback this time by Gallagher. Jacob Gallagher, his first points of the ball game. 2 points. Ball tipped away and stolen. Grabbing the basketball is Zolman. He'll get it down in the corner to Andrews. Andrews back to Zolman. Zolman out front. Caleb Smith now right side. It'll go to Gallagher. They'll swing it around left side to Andrews. Caleb Smith now right side to Mason Smith. Back out front. They'll swing it around to the left corner. Caleb Smith will now pop a three-pointer off the back of the rim. No good. Chases down his rebound, but got tangled up with his teammate down there, Jacob Gallagher, and it goes out of bounds. Once again, good hustle.
Mentioned that before, though. Those threes they're taking, they're coming off really long, and we're boxing out, but then we're not going after the ball aggressively enough.
Hales being trapped, gets it across the timeline to Norm Miller. Collier back out front to Norm. Now to Andrew Yoder. He'll bounce pass it to Hales. Hales makes a move. Turnaround jumper by Collier. This time it goes.
Well, when he hit that, he looks so smooth.
He's an athlete, no doubt about it. Collier with 6. Reeves, Zolman. He'll get it into the hands of Gallagher. Shot's no good. Good hustle by Norm Miller. Once again, the Warriors a chance to tie if they can hit a three-pointer here, one way or the other. Rensberger bounce passes it. Norm wide open underneath, and he lays it in off the glass.
Somehow Rensberger was double teamed way out front and nobody on Norm. Way to recognize that.
Now just a 1-point lead for Central Noble, 26-25, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. With the ball is England. He'll go right side to Zolman. He'll put the shot up and hits. A jumper off the baseline, right side by 5'10 junior Reeves Zolman. Hales to Norm Miller in the corner. Collier, three-pointers, an air ball. Elijah Hales gets it and has it knocked out of his hands. And it's picked up by Central Noble. Long pass up court. A valiant effort there by Zolman to try to save it, but he couldn't do it, and Norm Miller comes up with a steal. Now this Andrew Yoder center court. He'll bounce pass it to Hales, left side. Gets a pick from Collier. Looking right side, gets it to Rensberger. Now back to Hales. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 28-25, Westview with the lead. Nick Rensberger, Andrew Yoder, three-pointer's good.
Wow, from our advantage point here, you hardly saw the net move.
8 now for Andrew. Timeout called as the Warriors have tied it up here in the third quarter, 28-28. Westview and Central Noble doing battle. We'll be back. Timeout on the court. This is Westview Warrior basketball at the World Wide Web, LaguanaMedia.com.
Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka is a proud supporter of Westview basketball. Tiffany's on East Lake Street in Topeka features weekly specials, including all-you-can-eat fish on Wednesday evening, their delicious baby back ribs on Thursday night, and on Friday night, enjoy their mouth-watering prime rib. On Friday and Saturday evenings, stop in and enjoy Tiffany's Buffet. If you can't dine in, carry-out is always available at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 593-2988. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973.
28-28 is our score. Central Noble with a basketball. 3:08 to go in the third quarter. Shot from the corner by Zolman's nothing but net for a three-pointer. Central Noble back up by 3, applying the pressure. Hales gets it across the timeline. He'll look for help now as he picks up his dribble, gives to Norm Miller, back out front to Hales. Elijah puts it on the floor once, goes to Collier. Collier to Andrew Yoder. Right side to Hales. Hales to Andrew. High on the left wing. Out of Norm Miller between the circles, right side to Rensberger. Coming across the lane, a good pass inside to Andrew Yoder, who banks it in off the glass.
That's the second time we've done that. Somewhere they're missing that guy cutting underneath.
Andrew's hit double digits now, had a slow start. 31-30, Westview trailing by 1. With the ball is Andrews. Andrews gets it to Zolman. Long shots off the mark, no good, off the back of the iron, and we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called on Westview.
I think it might be Cody Collier. So that'll pick up his second. Hey, I found where I missed a foul.
Oh, I had that, Dan.
should have asked you. So that's only the first on Westview for the half.
Inbounding is Caleb Smith. He'll toss it way out front. Pulled down by Storms. He'll give it to Zolman. Now to Caleb Smith. Bounce pass inside to Mason Smith. He'll make the move. Can't find any shooting room, so he gets it to Storms. Storms drives, pulls it back out to Zolman. Zolman to Caleb Smith. Now right side to Mason Smith. Three-pointer's good.
That's his first three.
7 now for Mason Smith, and Coach Yoder hit the nail right on the head. These guys do like to shoot from that perimeter. Andrew Yoder, left side. He'll go out front between the circles to Miller. Right side to Collier. Inside to Yoder. Andrew Yoder to Hales. Hales puts up a three. Oh, it goes no good. Rensberger has it go off his hands, but then it was deflected by Central Noble. It'll be Westview ball.
I think Central Noble knocked it out of Rensberger's hands. Sometimes those don't get called that way, but I think that's the right call. When somebody knocks it out of your hand, it should be off on them, or out on them.
So the Warriors get it this time. Hales with the basketball, right side, inside to Rensberger, knocked away and into the hands of Storms, and then a foul on Nick.
They're doing a nice job stepping around when they're trying to get it inside to Rensberger. Stepped around to get the ball, and he tried to reach in to get it back. Picks up his third. 2 on Westview for the half. Minute 7 to go here in the third period.
Mason Smith bounce passes it into Caleb Smith. 34-30. Caleb Smith to Mason Smith. Now right side, it'll go to E.J. Andrews. Out front, that's England to Mason Smith. Back left side to Andrews. Andrews drives on Collier, puts it up too hard off the glass, but the offensive rebound and a putback by Mason Smith. And now Norm Miller is down underneath the Westview basket. He didn't hit his head. I think he might have twisted his ankle.
That's not good.
The reason I said he didn't hit his head is because he is coming back from a concussion a couple of weeks ago.
It's not a good night for number 11 for Westview. That's Jeremiah's number in the JV game. If you weren't with us earlier, he mentioned the fact that he twisted an ankle or sprained an ankle, did something to his ankle in the first quarter, and was unable to play at all the rest of the night.
Josh Ostetler will replace Norm. As you can see, he's walking gingerly back to the bench, and he's right there with the Central Noble trainer. Once again, some janitorial work being done by the, should be more politically correct and say custodial work.
Is that more politically correct? I'm not sure. Cleanup duty.
Yeah.
Aisle 9.
There you go. Once again, Central Noble applying some pressure as Westview will attempt to inbound. They might need some more help down there, but I guess not. Elijah Hales gets it. He's having no trouble getting it up court. He'll get it to Andrew Yoder. He'll drive, fake, put it up. No, get a little bit short off the glass. Rensberger another rebound, and we have a whistle and a travel again.
Yeah. Thought he might get away with that, but
Nick has been very impressive going and getting those rebounds, and Coach Yoder is giving him shouting some encouragement and clapping his hands over by the bench. He's hustling and grabbing those rebounds, and then he'll get over those travels after a while.
Are they shouting defense? I'm a little confused. They have the ball, and the whole Central Noble crowd was shouting defense.
Well, that's a little weird. Or maybe they were, I don't know.
Congratulating them on a good defensive stand.
Oh. Yeah, good block by Hales on the last play of the third quarter as Caleb Smith tried to get up a last-second shot, and Hales just put it right back at him. So we played 3 quarters now, and it's Central Noble 36 and Westview 30. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. This is Westview Warrior Basketball at LaguanaMedia.com.
The holiday season is here, and Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana has specially marked prices during the Christmas season. The Weavers will work with you to find a piece that meets your needs and still keep you within your budget. Pick a piece off their showroom floor or have it custom built just for you. Quality craftsmanship, reasonable prices, and down-home service. Find them all at Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Dale's dependable handyman service provides handyman repairs and remodeling to the surrounding LaGrange County area, including Goshen, Middlebury, Albion, Kendallville, and Angola. If you're looking to update your kitchen before the Christmas holiday, sometimes it's as simple as changing countertops and adding tile and glass backsplash. It can make your kitchen look brand new. Dale's dependable handyman service, providing quality installation with quality materials. Call Dale at 260-336-9364.
Central Noble inbound with the lead as we begin the fourth quarter, 36-30. Caleb Smith with the ball. Waiting for the offense to get set up. He'll go left side in the corner right through the hands of Zolman and out of bounds. So a break for the Warriors. Josh Hostetler will inbound right in front of one of the assistant Central Noble coaches. Or actually, it might even be a student manager. Elijah Hales bounce pass underneath the Rensberger, has a block. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
His first bucket of the night.
He did, yeah, he had a free throw, but first field goal. With the ball is Central Noble's Reeve Zolman. He'll give it to Mason Smith, now right side to Caleb Smith. Back out front, it'll come to Andrews, and they'll swing it back into the hands of England. Now back to Caleb Smith. Drives, pulls it back out, gives it to Mason Smith. I'm not sure whether they're related or not. They don't look like they are, but
one of them's much larger than the other, height-wise and physical build.
Bounce pass. That'll come right side to E.J. Andrews. Back out front to Zolman. Zolman tries to make the move on Josh Hostetler. He does, puts it up too hard. Rebound Andrew Yoder. Chance to pull, bring that lead down to 2. When they do, as Elijah Hales once again drives to the basket, pulls up and takes a little jumper and bangs it in off the glass. 9 now for Elijah, 36-34. Central Noble with the lead. Caleb Smith coming across the lane. His jumper is good.
Did what we've been doing, somehow got wide open underneath.
Quickly back the other way. Collier misses it underneath. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rensberger, and it's going to be Central Noble basketball. Coach Yoder upset with that call, letting the official know about it. Caleb Smith across the timeline, goes right side to Mason Smith. Back to Caleb. In the corner, left side to England. England being hawked by Andrew Yoder, and we have a whistle and a foul's going to be called on Josh Hostetler.
Trying to get to the loose ball, bumped Zolman out of bounds. So Josh Hostetler picks up his first, and that's 4 on Westview now, I believe, for the, only 3 for the half. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game.
Mason Smith with the inbound pass to Caleb Smith. He'll try to drive on Hales, picks up his dribble. He'll go left side with it to England. Down the corner to Andrews, bounce pass inside. We have a whistle and a foul. But they might be calling traveling on that, but it wasn't foul.
It's going to be on Rensberger, that's his 4th. Four on Westview now for the half.
Inbounding, I can't pick up his number from here. Gets it into Zolman. Zolman passes out to England. His shot is up and no good. Tipped out and grabbed by Andrew Yoder at the free throw line. He'll take it up court. Bounce passes it to Hales. Hales will pop a jumper and hit it from 15 or about 17 feet out. 11 now for Elijah Hales. 38-36. Westview back. Oh, wow, there's some contact. No whistle. Now we have a traveling violation, and the Warriors get it back with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Classy move by Mason Smith there. He fell over Rensberger. Now once he got up, he gave him a hand up.
Like to see that sportsmanship. Josh Hostetler will be inbounding.
Now their coach is having a conversation with the official as well.
He's upset. He's a young coach.
One of his assistants trying to get his attention to get back to the the bench.
Boy, he's way out on the court. Once again, they're doing some.
And now they're dropping off, not going to put any pressure on. I wonder if they figured out that
it's causing baskets for us when they put the pressure on.
As soon as they did that, they were going to let Andrew bring the ball down. They get Elijah in the scoring part of it more, maybe.
Andrew's calling for help out front. He'll get it to Elijah Hales now. Back to Andrew, right side. Has it knocked away, loose on the floor. Still loose, and we're going to have a timeout called by Rob Yoder just in time. 4:58 to go in the ball game. Our score, Central Noble 38, Westview 36. We'll be back right after this. This is Westview Warrior Basketball at LaguanaMedia.com.
The Hometown Treasure has been covering the Topeka, Shipshewana communities and the Westview schools for over 14 years. Keep up to date on area and school activities. The Hometown Treasure is a monthly publication published by Laguana Printing, featuring full-color photos and news from all 6 schools in the Westview school system. Also, articles written by local writers, as well as games and contests for children and adults alike. Pick up our latest issue on newsstands, or check us out on Facebook, or visit our website at thehometowntreasure.com.
We're ready to resume action as Central Noble breaks out of their huddle. Cody Collier will inbound for the Warriors. Just to the left of the scorer's bench down there. Andrew Yoder takes the inbound pass. He'll take it across the timeline. Looks left side, goes that way on a pass to Hales. Hales gets a pick from Collier. Now he'll go to Andrew Yoder inside to Rensberger. Rensberger twisting move, puts it up, misses off the glass, but he's fouled, and Nick will be shooting 2 from the charity stripe.
Looks like it's going to be called on Mason Smith. It's only the 3rd team foul called on the Cougars in the whole second half. That's Mason's 2nd foul.
Chance to tie. Shots off the back of the iron by Rensberger on his first free throw. He'll get one more. 4:44 to go in the ball game. It's a tight one, 38-36. Big conference game for both these teams. They'd love to get a win. Spins out, no good. Zolman with a rebound. Zolman not very big at 5'10", but boy can he jump. Mason Smith. He'll go left side with it to Cordell England. He'll pop it from the left side and hits.
Looked like we were giving him that left side, thinking he probably can't do anything with it on that side, but I guess he showed us different.
He hit a three-pointer from the deep corner on the right side in that first half, but he can hit from both sides, it looks like. 40-36, 4:12 to go in this ball game. Central Noble leading. The pass inside goes out of bounds. I guess it looked like it went off of Mason Smith's fingers, but it's going to be Central Noble ball.
4:06 to go. Westview trailing by 4. Still haven't ever got that run going that I was predicting.
No, and yeah, it seems like we've been real close, but we just haven't been able to get over the hump. With the ball is Andrews. He'll go out front to Zolman. Swing it around to Mason Smith. He'll drive, dish it off underneath, and being fouled on is E.J. Andrews as he goes to the bucket. So he'll be shooting 2 from the free throw line.
It's going to be called on Cody Collier, his 3rd. Five on Westview now for the half.
No good by Andrews. 40-36.
Cougars are only 2 of 6 from the stripe now for the game. Westview 5 of 10.
Second shot off the back of the rim by Andrews, and the Warriors get a break there. They'll come back and try to get back in within either 2 or 3. Collier drives the baseline, puts it up, won't roll in. Chase down and out of bounds. It'll be Westview basketball.
It was that Andrews got knocked clear over the Westview bench. I guess it's chairs. He went through an empty chair there, or maybe Norm just dove out of the way. I'm not sure what happened. Somehow he ended up behind the Westview bench.
Josh Osteller takes an inbound pass. He'll take it right side. Try to swing it back out. Deflected, but Hale's able to grab it. Elijah working against Caleb Smith out front. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the ball game. The Warriors trail it by 4, 40-36. Kind of a low-scoring game. A lot of whistles tonight. Another whistle. This one is a timeout called by Rob Yoder.
Looks like we just couldn't quite get going what Coach wanted it going, so he says, let's talk about it.
3:01 to go in this ball game. 40-36. Central Noble leads. We'll be back after this.
At Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka, you'll find a talented staff of mechanics to help you with all of your automotive repair needs. Brett, Adam, and Ryan are all ready to tackle your repairs on all makes and models of cars and light-duty trucks. Everything from a simple oil change and service to brakes and suspension and much more. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing service. Call or stop by Mike's Automotive in Topeka, 260-593-0434. For after-hour emergencies, call 260-350-2224.
Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka is a proud supporter of Westview basketball. Tiffany's on East Lake Street in Topeka features weekly specials, including all-you-can-eat fish on Wednesday evening, their delicious baby back ribs on Thursday night, and on Friday night, enjoy their mouth-watering prime rib. On Friday and Saturday evenings, stop in and enjoy Tiffany's Buffet. If you can't dine in, carry-out is always available at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 593-2988.
And we're back. Westview inbounding. Norm Miller with the inbound pass, so he seems to be okay after that minor injury that he had underneath the Central Noble basket. Hales to Norm in the corner. Back to Hales. Knocked away. Loose. Central Noble into the court. Good chase. Run down by Hales. And we're going to have a whistle and a timeout called by Yoder. Central Noble wanted timeout because
wanted traveling, yeah.
Well,
he grabbed the ball and was sliding on his back.
Can we run? Do you know how to do replays?
We have to do it within 10 seconds. And we'll see if we can catch it. But we found a way that we can do a replay here. Of course, any of you watching, if you want to go back and look, but that was sort of an impressive slide there. But
and he corralled it, but then he slid some more. And
yeah,
Central
he had it on his
timeout or wanted travel.
Yeah. I think I probably would have too if I was the opposing team. But he never made any move to try to get up. And usually, as soon as you make that move to get up, that's when they call you for the travel.
True.
So, but in any case, but yeah, any of you watching. This is being streamed through YouTube, so you should be able to grab that little slider bar, just slide it to the left, find the play if you want to see that. We'll see. We're going to try to play it here, see if it shows. Well, or maybe not.
They're still back to. Oh,
they're still doing janitorial duties, so.
Yeah, or environmental
protection organizer, environmental protection organizer. According to, I assume Roger Googled that for us to see what the politically correct term might be for a janitor. The official job title is janitor usually.
40-36, Westview bringing it up court in the hands of Elijah Hales. Now right side to Andrew Yoder. Inside, Rensberger wide open, and he puts it in off the glass. 5 points now for Nick tonight, and the Warriors are back within 2. Driving the baseline and slipping. And the ball is loose and grabbed by Elijah Hales. Break for the Warriors there. Left side, Collier had the shot, gives it to Rensberger. Now he'll take the shot. Ooh, in and out, no good. And we have a whistle, and
they're just calling an official timeout once the ball was corralled so they can do janitorial duties at the far end.
You know,
and it's right in from that door. I'm guessing they need to shut that door.
I'm thinking so too, but no one else has figured that out. The referee kind of looking down there. I wonder if they are.
But they're doing, yeah. Maybe they're gonna have to start the air conditioner.
Yeah, no kidding.
Take some condensation out of the air.
I think they're gonna shut that door. Yep.
Yeah, he's talking to him about it. Yeah.
Yep, I think that's where it's coming from.
They finally figured it out.
So now it's going to get maybe a little warmer in here, but
it might. But the thing of it is, how much moisture's in the air already because of having that door open.
True.
So hopefully nobody gets hurt. That would be the worst part. And obviously that caused the turnover for Central Noble. I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't normally fall down when he dribbles.
Probably not. So Central Noble has it back now, leading 40-38. 2 minutes exactly to go in this ball game. Caleb Smith with the ball out front. He'll get it to Gallagher, back to Smith. Gallagher looks right side and hits Andrews. Andrews pulls it out front on the dribble between the circles, just to the right.
Zolman running all over the court with Norm chasing him.
Now with the ball and driving. Oh, good pass underneath. Shot is up and good. Mason Smith, not very tall, but boy, is he strong under there. 11 points now for Smith. Collier drives, puts it up, hits off the baseline.
A lot of contact. Expected a call one way or the other, but no call made.
Back to a 2-point deficit. The Warriors trailing 42-40. 1 minute to go. Ball thrown out of bounds by Central Noble. It'll be Westview basketball and a chance to tie or take the lead.
59.1 seconds, and Central Noble wants to talk things over.
It's going to be a minute timeout. We'll take one also. This is Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at LaguanaMedia.com.
Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka is your authorized Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Topeka Do-It-Best has been selling appliances and providing service to the Topeka area for over 40 years. See JJ for your appliance parts. If they're not in stock, no problem. Topeka Do-It-Best will have them the next business day. Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware provides in-store repairs, and they make house calls. If it's worth doing, do it best. Call 593-2973.
The Warriors have broken out of their huddle. Central Noble soon to break out of theirs. 59.1 seconds to go in this ball game, and it's a 2-point contest with Central Noble having the advantage.
Looking at the stats, I'm thinking if I were Central Noble, if they'd realize it, I'd want to shoot a three. They're shooting 6 of 12 from three-point range and only 8 of 24 from inside.
50% from three-point range.
And 33% inside.
Right. Hales gives it to Yoder. Andrew Yoder, right side to Rensberger. Quickly inside to Hales. He's double-teamed. Ball tipped. Yoder will take it from the corner, in and out. No good. And the rebound is pulled down by Mason Smith. He'll get it to Caleb Smith. 35 seconds to go now. And Smith is bumped by Hales, and that is number 4 on Elijah.
34.7 seconds to go. We don't want him to do that again. Substitution being made. Josh Hostetler coming in for Rensberger. Maybe wanting a little more quickness on the floor. Give up that size underneath.
Good point. Mason Smith lobs it in to Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith will take his time trying to get it across the timeline. Under 30 seconds now to go. 25 seconds. Caleb Smith gets it in the corner, left side to Andrews. Now they'll get it out front to Reed Zolman. He'll drive. He traveled, but he got fouled before he traveled. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Central Noble defeated Westview last year over at Westview 57-51, and they're trying to repeat this time on their home court.
That's also the 4th foul now on Collier. 7 team fouls, so that'll put him at the line, shooting 1 in the bonus.
And he misses. Chased down by Andrew Yoder. Back come the Warriors with 15 seconds. Hales. Bounce pass out front to Norm Miller. Now to Andrew Yoder. Yoder calling for help. Gives it off to Hales with 8 seconds.
Wanting a clear out for Elijah.
Hales drives it. Now Yoder puts it up. Has it partially blocked. Picked up by Josh Ostetler. He'll put it up. Missed. Ball tipped out of bounds and time expires. Let's see. Was there a whistle? No, there wasn't. The referees are heading to their locker room. And time expires, and the Central Noble Cougars, for the 2nd consecutive year, have defeated the Westview Warriors by a score of 42-40. What a ball game here tonight at Central Noble. Dan will be back with game stats and scoring right after this. This is Westview Warrior basketball on the World Wide Web at laguana.com.
The holiday season is here, and Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana has specially marked prices during the Christmas season. The Weavers will work with you to find a piece that meets your needs and still keep you within your budget. Pick a piece off their showroom floor or have it custom built just for you. Quality craftsmanship, reasonable prices, and down-home service. Find them all at Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Dale's dependable handyman service provides handyman repairs and remodeling to the surrounding LaGrange County area, including Goshen, Middlebury, Albion, Kendallville, and Angola. If you're looking to update your kitchen before the Christmas holiday, sometimes it's as simple as changing countertops and adding tile and glass backsplash. It can make your kitchen look brand new. Dale's dependable handyman service, providing quality installation with quality materials. Call Dale at 260-336-9364.
The Hometown Treasure has been covering the Topeka, Shipshewana communities and the Westview schools for over 14 years. Keep up to date on area and school activities. The Hometown Treasure is a monthly publication published by Laguana Printing, featuring full-color photos and news from all 6 schools in the Westview school system. Also, articles written by local writers, as well as games and contests for children and adults alike. Pick up our latest issue on newsstands, or check us out on Facebook, or visit our website at thehometowntreasure.com.
At Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka, you'll find a talented staff of mechanics to help you with all of your automotive repair needs. Brett, Adam, and Ryan are all ready to tackle your repairs on all makes and models of cars and light-duty trucks. Everything from a simple oil change and service to brakes and suspension and much more. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing service. Call or stop by Mike's Automotive in Topeka, 260-593-0434. For after-hour emergencies, call 260-350-2224.
And we're back here at Central Noble High School. Tough one to lose tonight. Never quite got anything going no real big runs or anything going tonight. Kept coming back at them, but we couldn't quite get over the hump. We did have the lead a couple times for a little bit, but for most of the night we were playing catch-up ball, and final score, as we said, was 40-42. We did have a couple last-minute shots there, a chance to put it in. Couldn't get them to drop. Central Noble obviously did a nice job defending there at the end.
They certainly did.
We'll take a look at the overall stats. The Cougars were led tonight by junior Reeve Zolman. He had 12 points. He was the only person from Central Noble in double digits, and actually he was the leading scorer for the game, either team, with those 12 points, and his 12 points included a couple threes to get that. 9 points for Mason Smith, also had a three-pointer. 5 points each for Caleb Smith and for Cordell England. I believe they both had a three-pointer. And then 2 points apiece for Jacob Gallagher, E.J. Andrews, and Alex Storms. And obviously they didn't have any three-pointers since they only had 2 points. So, but overall, they as a team, I have them down for shooting 6 of 12 from the field. They didn't 6 for 12 from the three-point range, so they shot 50%. They didn't even try any threes in the final period. And from the field overall, they were 11 of 29, so 10 of 30 would be 1/3. So they were a little better than that. So maybe just a little over 30% from the field. Not real great shooting from the inside the arc for them. Outside the arc was 50%. I'll live with that any day. Westview being led tonight by Elijah Hales with 11 points, and that was with him sitting a good chunk of the second period because of foul trouble. He picked up his third foul, and coach pulled him out so he wouldn't get a fourth before the half. And then he did pick up a fourth foul, but it wasn't until late in the game, less than a minute to go, I believe. So he was leading scorer for us tonight. Andrew Yoder did finish with 10, managed to move into double digits. He hit the only 3 Westview had. We tried 7 threes tonight, and only one of them dropped for us. So not great shooting tonight for us. And 8 points for Cody Collier tonight, 5 points for Nick Rensberger, 2 points each for Norm Miller, for Jansen Brandenberger, and for Lucas Yoder. Jansen and Lucas seeing very limited action tonight, but did both score while they're in there. Rebounding, I show Westview with a huge rebounding advantage, 26-16, 10 more rebounds, but
we were getting a lot of putbacks, but they weren't dropping.
Couldn't get them to drop. Yeah. Although, I show us with 11 offensive boards. They show Central Noble with 8 offensive boards, so both teams with a lot of offensive rebounds. Westview was 16 of 34 from inside the arc tonight, so almost 50% from the field, but somehow it just didn't quite add up. Neither team doing very well from the free throw line. We were only 5 of 10, but that's better than the 2 of 8 they were.
Right.
So as for the combined totals for the teams, 7 of 16 tonight. So yeah, I'm not sure what that says, but 14 fouls whistled on Westview and 8 on Central Noble. So not a lot of fouls called. The one stat we don't keep is turnovers, and we know there were a bunch of them tonight, and at least one that we're pretty sure was caused by condensation, and I'm pretty sure it's because of having that door open down there because of the unseasonably warm weather we're having.
Oh my, definitely. Another loss for the Warriors. There were some positives in this ball game. I thought Elijah Hales did a great job of driving to the basket. Nick Rensberger did a good job of offensive rebounding also, I thought.
Right.
These kids are still learning, like we said before.
He got some boards, and then he traveled afterwards, or things like that. So that's going to be experience, and I'm really looking forward to seeing or watching Hales as he develops more confidence on driving it in there, because I'm thinking, there's probably more times he could be driving in there, and in fact, I thought that's what they were doing for the last shot of the game. They were going to try to set him up they were clearing it out on the side, but then actually he ended up driving in and then kicking it out to Andrew. They went for the winning shot instead of going just for a tying shot. And then Andrew's shot got partially blocked. But then, Hostetler was there to get the offensive rebound, I guess. It never made it to the rim, but he got the ball and put it up, but obviously didn't go in. So, it was a good game, I guess. I just kept thinking at some point here they're going to break loose, but I think Central Noble played tough enough defense. They just never could quite get that going and get them rattled. And so as long as you don't get the other team rattled, it's going to be hard to get any easy buckets.
Well, you had mentioned that it seemed like we were on the verge of getting a run going a few times during that game, but I think with all the whistles, it's really hard to get any momentum going at any time.
Yeah, we did probably the best run we had was to start the second half. We were down by 16-22, and we got up. We tied it up at 28 then, so we scored 12 while they scored 6. But then they finished out with two threes to finish the quarter out, and we only had a 2, so all of a sudden we're down by 4 again. At times we played well, just not enough times.
Right. We have another conference game next week, next Friday night, the 18th, at home against Angola. So it'll be a chance to get back on the winning track as far as the conference is concerned, because now our mark is 1-1 in the conference after defeating Churubusco earlier, and then losing, of course, here tonight.
And then, and then after that, I mean, we have quite a few home games. I think the next game would be, we always play Lakeland over Christmas break, and that'll be a girls-boys doubleheader. We'll have both games on, and I think we're going to have our high school crew doing that girls game. They did a really good job on which game?
Goshen? No, we did the Goshen.
We did the Goshen game. I can't remember who.
West Noble.
Yeah, that's right. The West Noble. That's being played at the wrong time of the year.
Yeah, we usually have that as a doubleheader.
Yeah, well, that's usually the girls' last game of the season. But since the sectional starts a week earlier, they had to reschedule that game. But the guys did a nice job of that. And so I think they're going to be doing the girls' game, and then we'll do the guys' game afterwards. And again, that's over Christmas break. And then also over Christmas break, well, it's Christmas break for the kids, yeah, so it's like the 22nd or something. And then I don't have the dates right here in front of me. It's right there on the website, but we'll have that Christmas shootout again, where we'll be playing Plymouth and DeKalb on a Saturday, the Saturday between...
Actually, it's during the week. It's on a Tuesday.
Right. You're right. It's not a Saturday. Yeah. Because that's what I was going to say. That doesn't work because that would be the day after Christmas. I know that's not right. So, but that'll be happening at Westview as well. So, and then I think our next game after that is also a home game. It'll be East Noble, like January 6th. So what is that? Five home games in a row coming up. So.
Well, then we play Hamilton, I think.
And is that
the next game? That's a home game also.
Yeah.
But then we hit the road.
And then we'll be getting into NECC. And have you seen the brackets for that yet?
We'll have to get that for you.
Yeah. We'll get that and try to get that posted on the website so you can see who's playing when. And obviously we don't know after the first game because you have to win to keep playing. So.
That's right. Well, we hope you enjoyed our broadcast, even though the Warriors didn't win tonight. And if you have any feedback, we'd be glad to hear from you. Any suggestions or anything that we could improve on our part. We're still working on it, so just don't hesitate to either call us at the office or text Dan, since a lot of you have his number for the pizza giveaway. And
I was going to say,
our pizza winner?
Yeah, it was Mike Mass. And I was going to say, I was going to give a shout out to some of the next guys that got their guesses in. Somebody guessed Cody Collude, and then the next text was from him as well, so it's Collier.
Oh.
So
spell
I do have some. Sorry, Brett. Not to mention any names there, but thanks, Brett. Thanks for participating, Josiah Miller. Nope, I'm sorry, Josiah got it wrong. I have another number here, and I don't know who it was, but they had the right number. Jonas Miller got it right. Nicole McCoy got it right, and then there was another number. And as I find out who you are. I go ahead and put you in my contact list. That way, the next time you text in, I'll know who it is, and I don't have to respond with "You win. Who are you?"
Right. So congratulations to our pizza winner tonight. We'll be getting you that coupon for your free pizza next week. Once again, our final scores tonight: the JV was defeated by Central Noble 36-32. Two close ball games here tonight, and the varsity was defeated 42-40 by the Central Noble Cougars. The Cougars go to 2-2, and the Warriors drop to 2-3. And since we have the engineers, maybe we can get them on camera tonight. You guys want to stand up? Or Justin's down here, I guess. Roger, stand up before we leave. And I want to thank Roger Wenger for helping us tonight. We got Chris Janik on camera. And Justin Geigley also assisted us tonight, so we want to thank all you guys.
Well, the one thing I will say is it was interesting tonight. I think we've had the fastest upload speed we've had anywhere by several multitudes. It was 80 meg up, I think, and it made a difference on how quickly people responded on the pizza giveaway. Normally, I give that out there, and it's probably 25-30 seconds before I start getting responses. And tonight it was, I just barely said it, and I was going on to do my stats, and my phone started going off. I was like, why are they guessing already? But that's the only thing I can figure, Justin. I think they must have just being able to upload that much faster made it got it out there on the web that much quicker too. So that was sort of a cool thing.
We want to thank Matt Daisy, also the athletic director here, for making it possible, as they worked hard to get us a nice connection here tonight and made it possible for this broadcast. So we'll be back with you, like I said, next Friday night at Westview again, as the Warriors will host the Angola Hornets in another Northeast Corner Conference game. So we're glad you could join us tonight. This is Jerry Hosteller with Dan Byler. Good night, everybody.
Tonight's streaming broadcast of Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com. Tonight's streaming broadcast of Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com has been made possible by the following gold sponsors. Shipshe Service, located south of US 20 on State Road 5 in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body on US 20 West in LaGrange. By Tiffany's Restaurant, located on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also by Jerry's Standard Service in downtown Middlebury. And by Laguana Printing and the Hometown Treasure. This evening's game is also brought to you by the following silver sponsors. The Fast Lane Subway in Topeka. By Emma Warehouse in downtown Emma. Also by Frontline Auto Tech on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana. By Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in Topeka. By the Steve Miller team at Remax Realty Marketing. By Mike's Automotive Service on Lehman Avenue in Topeka. By Intera Credit Union with locations in Shipshewana and Topeka. Also by Riegsecker Marketplace in Shipshewana. By the Brethren Retreat at Shipshewana Lake. By Dale's Handyman Service. By Troyer's Saddlery on North Village Drive in Shipshewana. By Warehouse Designs, located between Shipshewana and LaGrange on US 20. Also by Quality Floor, just 3.5 miles north of Topeka on County Road 600 West. By Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware, located in Yoder's Shopping Center in Shipshewana. Weaver Furniture Sales, located just south of the intersection of State Road 5 and US 20 in Shipshewana. Our halftime trivia contest and pizza giveaway is made possible by Emma Cafe. And our individual sponsors are Bud and Margaret Fink, John and Leslie Cook, and Jim and Liz Stump. See the schedule on our website for our next streamcast of Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com.